In today's video, we are going to combine HTML with CSS and PHP, so sit back and relax with Computing and IT Tutorials channel. I advise you to watch the previous video please, before continuing with the current one.
Now today we are going to transfer our website in local disk C. Then we insert it within the WAMP document where we have our WAMP server files. So I'll pick my website here. I'll copy and then I head towards local disk C. Then WAMP server, WAMP, you go to that WAMP folder. Mine it's reading WAMP64, so yours could be reading WAMP. Then you go to www, you open that, and then you paste your website there. Now when you're done with pasting it, you go to your text editor. We have Sublime. You can use Sublime or Visual Studio Code, VS Code. Preferably, I would prefer to use Visual Studio Code, but just because during our classes we're using Sublime Text, so to be off track I didn't want to do that, but it will do exactly the same thing. So now I'm going to drag that folder that has my website into this text editor. Now for it to appear in the localhost, we need to change these extensions, these file extensions, to php.php. So we need to change the file extensions to .php. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click, I'll rename that, then I'll just simply change the file extension name. I'll say .php. You press enter. Okay, then we also have to change this one as well. So now, when we are done with changing our file extensions, we need to confirm whether our website is working properly within our localhost. So I'll go back and refresh this page. After refreshing, we have our website here. When we run it, you can see we have it on the screen. Now why it is not working, the links are not working because we need to change the file extensions as well. Sorry, we need to change what we have here. Change this to .php such that they form a connection. We need to form a connection with all pages. So we need to change this So you save that, and then I want to just copy the whole of this. Anyway, let me just change this. .php. Save that. So you make sure you change all those file extensions to .php. You save that. Then let's refresh our website again. When we click now, we have a connection. We are forming now a connection. So now our main focus here is to design buttons. We need to add more buttons here, such that we have the delete, update, save, and define what button or search button. So what we are going to do, I think I'll change even the year. We are in 2022. Let me just change that. 2022. So I'll just change this, save that, and a refresh. Alright, so now if you watch the previous videos, we need to, I want to just post the code because we already have the information with us. So now I'm going to create a new file. I'll call it process.php. Before I name it, I think I have to, let me first close this, and then I select new file, then save as process.php. So we have our new file here. So I'm going to get the code that we used last time. So I'm going to simply press Ctrl A. I get all of that. If you watch the previous videos, that's the same code we are going to use. The only difference is that we are going to change the name of the database and also the name of the table. That means we have to create a new database and a name. We use a different name of the table, such that we have everything running smoothly. So let me change the buttons as well. We need to have more buttons, so I'll get all of this. I'll copy that, and then I'll head towards our contact page. Where is I need to place the buttons there. So I'll replace that with these buttons here. So I'll save that. Now we confirm whether we have our buttons. We press save. Yes, we have them. Now they're a bit wide, but we shall go with them like that. So I'll go with them like that. So long as you are seeing the buttons are working, you have to just make sure they are working. These ones are very huge. So because of time, I'm not going to have that time of reducing them in size. We need to just make sure everything is running smoothly. So I'll go to WAMP server, head towards phpMyAdmin. We need to create a database. So the username is root, password nothing. You click go. Then here we create the database. Let's give it a name. Let me call it hotel. Okay, hotel, we already have it here. Let me call it something like home. I'll just call it home. Collection, create. Then we need to have a table. It should have 3 yeah, need to have like 3 of them here. Yeah, so they have to be 3. Table name will be, let's call it table. No, so I'll call it people. So you click go. Now we have to create we don't have an ID in our, if you look at the website, we don't have ID here, so we shall have to use, we have only 3 fields: name, email, and message. That means we have to use name, variable character here, email, then message. The data type, variable character. The values here, I'll just put 255. The same. So we are done. I'll press save. Okay, we have our fields here. So now that means we just need to input in the name of our database and the table name. So this is the home, database name, home. And then the table name is people. So we just need to change that. Now for the ID, we are going to remove it because we don't have an ID in our field. So remove that. The same will go to this part. Then I think even here age, we have to mention this as message. Message. Then make changes here as well. Message. Table name is people. Now the query, we shall change it as well. We need to make where name is equal to, it's no longer id, so we shall say name is equal to the variable name. Then the same scenario here, remove that. Did we change the message? Yes. Type message, table name is people. Then when we are updating, I think we have to, since there is no ID, I want to get this one, I paste it here, and then I think I'll have to remove, we have to remove this one now. Then message, we change this to message. Now finally search, so remove the ID, message, we change the table name to people. We are name, the variable name. So now we need to remove this one as well, since it has ID. Remove that. Then we change this edge to message. We save that. Now let's confirm whether we can insert in data, because we are done with everything. We have made the necessary changes. So let's make our website functional. Now I'll put here a name like Sadat. Okay, then my email, then a message. I may say something like hello. Now I need to save that. That means we haven't connected to the database. There is a problem now. We haven't connected successfully, so there is an error. There is an error somewhere. We need to find it and change that error. Let me try refreshing this. I see. Yeah, so far we have nothing in the database. We have the fields are there. So now I think I've seen the problem. Let's try to put here the quotes, a single quotes where there is message. I think it hasn't picked up from there. So now let's save again and we see. Nothing is working. I'm looking through the previous work. We see whether I left out something. Let me confirm whether it has connected. Now we are not sure whether it has connected or not, so I'm going to make some form of investigation. Let me change this file name to home.php. Then I'll change it from here as well. Contact page. Because we need to know whether it has connected or not. For us to find out, we need to see whether the file has connected. So I'll go ahead and make some changes here with the file name. Save that such that we are able to see what's going on. So I'll refresh, run that. I can tell it hasn't connected. So it has connected. It has. If it hadn't, it would throw an error. Let me try to run that and we see. Yeah, we have a successful connection, but it is failing to run. I've already explained this earlier on. So now let me try to refresh. So as you can see, I'm going to look for, I want it to retrieve data for us automatically. So I'll just simply type Sadat, this is B1, then I'll press search. When I press search, it has to bring for us the information here. So as you can see, I know it has taken us to a different page, but you can see it is working. So it has retrieved for us the mail, even though it hasn't retrieved the message, but it has managed to retrieve for us the mail, okay, minus the information that was supposed to be there, okay. It has already played its part. It has managed to retrieve for us at least the mail of the person. So then finally we need to update. Now for updating, I'll update the mail, okay, maybe even what the person was saying. We need to change this. Let me change this to something meaningful. So since we have this one here, I can change the mail. I say I want it to be let me see, we have many mails here. This, so this mail will have to change. Then it is here. This mail will have to change, and then let me change the words to hello. When I click update, it is saying data updated, so it has worked. So when I refresh, you can see now we had information that was not meaningful, but now you can see that it's meaningful. So that is how you update, save, delete, and search for data. That is how you connect everything to PHPMyAdmin, and that is our website.
Watch out for our previous videos. Thanks for watching.